she got put on hospice, and I'm 22 years old. I don't know what hospice is. I don't know what that means. And they tell me that a nurse is going to come by, a couple times a week and check on her at the house because, again, she doesn't want to live in a home. And I'm like, okay. So I'm still trying to figure out what that means. And okay, a nurse is going to come over. She seems fine to me. Well, one day I get a phone call at work. It's all these phone calls. And they say, hey, your mom's not doing well. You need to get over here. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean not doing well? She's slurring her words. She's speaking gibberish. She's not doing well. You need to get over here. And I'm like, okay. So I rush over from work and I get home. I get to my old home and she's up and around, walking around, ordering people to get out of the house and doing all this stuff. And the nurses are there and I'm like, she looks fine. What are you talking about? And they're like, no. You don't understand that she was not doing well. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, well, Mom, are you good? She's like, yeah, I'm good. Go get out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to eat this pizza or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And the nurse grabs me and says, you can't leave. And I'm like, what? She's like, you can't leave. You have to spend the night here to make sure that she's good tomorrow morning. And I'm like, I have my own house to get to. I've got a job in the morning. I can't stay here. And they're like, no, you have to. And I'm like, fine, okay. So I told Mom, I said, Mom, I'm gonna stay here tonight. I'm gonna sleep on the couch. She's like, all right, whatever. I'm like, okay. So we sit there and I think watch some TV and she's like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, okay, I'll see you in the morning. No big deal. She's in a decent mood, good mood. So she goes to bed, I go to sleep, I wake up in the morning about 8, 9 o'clock, get ready for work, and go in to check on her and tell her, say, hey, I'm heading into work. And I kind of like, hey, I push her, like, hey, Mom, I'm going to work. And no response. I'm like, man, that's weird. So I'm like pushing her, like, hey, Mom, and like nothing. I'm like literally start like shaking her and I'm not getting anything. At that point, I'm very scared and very worried. I get on the phone to my mother-in-law at the time who knows some medical stuff, and I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. And she said, I'll be right there. Call the hospice nurse. Tell them what's going on. Everything's going to be okay. I'm like, okay. So I hang up the phone, call hospice. They run over. Mother-in-law comes over. And at that point, they explained to me what had happened. And I didn't realize that really hospice is near end of life. I didn't get that. Nobody really enlightened me onto that, which was frustrating. And also that whenever you're at end of life, you'll dip down and go into kind of almost like a, not rogue state, but where you'll be gibberish and you'll just have a horrible time, and then you'll rebound, like your body just gets this burst of energy and you'll be normal, and then after that, it's just a lull, and the body just gives up. And that's what had happened. So the nurse puts my mom on a morphine drip and on puts in a catheter and all the stuff, and myself, my mother-in-law and wife at the time, we spend the next 3 days, 24 hours a day, tending to my mom and making sure that she is relaxed and safe. And I would not wish that on anybody. That's a hard experience to go through. Because you're constantly have to go in there and like hit the morphine drip, and there was a couple times where she would kind of pseudo wake up, but not really, and she would try to get up out of bed, and she can't get out of bed because she's got a catheter on, and she's got all these wires and cables off of her, and you have to hold her down, and you feel like an animal holding your mother down because she wants to get up, and she can't, and then she passes out. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. But then 3 days later, the nurses or doctors come in and check on her, and somehow they could tell that she was literally about to pass away. So we gathered around the bed, and she went and passed away and died.